What's up YouTube? It's Elijah Dream and we're here with our very first NBA 2K25 center build. Now first things first, major shout out to NBA 2K, Evan, Stacks, Zaro, Ronnie, the whole crew over at NBA 2K and Visual Concepts for supplying me a code for early access to NBA 2K25 one day early. I was super excited for this opportunity and very grateful for this opportunity as well, so I can't thank you guys enough for supplying a code to allow me early access, and we cooked up our very first center build. Now, as you guys might have seen on Twitter or in my community tab, I posted some highlights of a young Arvydas Sabonis before injury, and that's kind of what we modeled our first center build after. This build, I believe, is going to be great for playing random rec and of course grinding rep as well. I really wanted a high pass accuracy big man at 7'2" or 7'3", and I decided to go with a 7'3" version. Now you could consider this to be a Wembanyama type build as well, but the pass accuracy in this build is what sets it apart from Arvydas Sabonis and Victor Wembanyama. If you don't know much about Arvydas Sabonis, please go and look him up. Even look at my community tabs, look up his highlights before he got injured, before he had surgeries on both of his knees. He didn't come to the NBA until he was 31. He was a completely different player than what he was 10 years ago when he didn't have injuries and all that kind of stuff. He was really the original unicorn, and he was Jokic before Jokic, but in a 7'3" frame. The dude was an absolute monster. Now this build is going to be lacking a little bit of strength compared to what Sabonis had, but Sabonis was very mobile, or a lot more mobile than what he was before the injuries. So this kind of replicates that, and of course you still get the whole package, and his skill set was way ahead of his time. So let's get into this. So of course our height is going to be 7'3". We are going to go minimum weight, so 230 pounds, and of course we are going to get that max wingspan as well. So again, this could be a Victor Wembanyama build, maybe a little bit too much pass accuracy for it, so I do consider this to be like an Arvydas Sabonis build, even though Sabonis did not have an 8-foot wingspan. I believe it was listed as a 7'6" wingspan, but regardless, this is kind of replicating Sabonis in his pre-injury days. So we can go ahead and click continue. So for our close shot, we are actually going to go up to a 92 in this category, and that is going to get us Gold Paint Prodigy and Hall of Fame float game. Now this build can be absolutely disgusting with all plus 15 of your cap breakers. If you are able to hit them, they do unlock at starter 3, veteran 2, and legend 1. So they are a little bit of a grind to get. Starter 3s won't be too bad of a grind. It'll probably take like a month or two on average, I would say, maybe even less depending on how you play and how well you can rep up. But you could put those first 5, you could put 4 of them onto close shot to get Hall of Fame Paint Prodigy, which would be extremely OP. But also I am going to put a 95 pass accuracy on this build, so you could use another 4 of those once you get 10 of them to get a 99 pass accuracy and get those legend playmaking badges. And we are also going to get a 92 defensive rebound. So again, if you get all plus 15 of those, you could put 4 of those onto the defensive rebound and get Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And that would still leave you with 3 cap breakers. Play around with whatever you might want to use. So again, with 15 cap breakers, this build could be absolutely disgusting. A 96 close shot, a 99 pass accuracy, and a 96 defensive rebound. That's how I plan on distributing the cap breakers on this build. But again, you guys can do it however you want, and there is a few different ways that you could make this build and that I looked at making before. In my first version, I did only go to an 84 close shot, but having a 92 close shot at 7'3" with these badges, and then also getting the cap breakers on top of them to push it to the next level, it could be absolutely disgustingly OP. So I did keep that in mind, but still, we have methodical madness in this build as well too. In some areas that we lack, we can make up for it with our takeover, and again, cap breakers can also help out as well. And for our driving layup, we are going to max this out to an 80. So at 7'3" with an 80 driving layup, pick and rolls, whatever it might be, you're going to have some nice finishing, and we will be able to get silver physical finisher. And for our driving dunk, we're also going to max this out to an 80 driving dunk, and we do get some nice dunk packages as well. So again, this build is going to be nasty on offense and absolutely lethal inside and outside threat. Again, very Victor Wembanyama like, but the pass accuracy that I'm going to put on this build will set it apart from being a Wemby build, even though we do get the Wembanyama comparison later on in the build. And for our standing dunk, you know we had to go with a 90 to get those elite big man contact dunks, and we will get gold rise up and gold aerial wizard as well once we finish completing the build. And surprise, surprise, I am actually putting a little bit of post control on this build. We are going to go up to an 80 so we can get that gold hook specialist. So that's what I mean. This build is going to be super cheesy. You can hit him with those nasty post hooks. Got a little bit of post control to work with. You can drop step, post spin, whatever it might be. Cook up in the post a little bit. Hit him with that cheesy gold hook specialist. And of course, you guys know we are going to get our shooting as well. So you hit him with the post fades, post top shots. You can get shifty in there, draw some fouls with the up and unders. It is going to be extremely fun. But I wanted to have that gold hook specialist. Just the way that the rest of the build filled out, I thought this would be pretty fun. And I know a lot of people do like post control on their center builds. Normally, I would have left this alone, but we had the extra points, and I thought it would go great with that 92 close shot at 7'3" for that gold hook specialist. And of course, you know, we're gonna max out our mid-range shot so we can get the best jump shot possible, and we are also going to max out our 3-ball at 73. Now, I will put some footage of me shooting around in the my court with the 73 3-ball and the 78 mid-range. It is very, very greenable, and what I plan on doing with my max +1 badge is putting it on set shot specialist, so that way we can get gold set shot specialist to help us shoot even better with a lower 70s 3-ball and that 78 mid-range shot. And the clips that you are seeing of myself shooting around are with that silver set shot specialist, so once you get that to gold, it's going to be even more OP. And for our free throw, we are going to go up to an 83 free throw. So again, this build is going to be amazing for the rec center. I believe it should hold its own in proving grounds. I have no idea what that's going to be look like in a comp scene, but in rec, this build should absolutely go crazy. It'll be great for rep grinding as well because we are going to get a high pass accuracy, as you will see here in a second. But again, I didn't have a ton of free throw on my builds last year, but in this build, I was able to increase it. So if we do draw those fouls with that post control, whatever it might be, you can get to the line and knock them down. And like I was talking about, a 95 pass accuracy. So not many people put a lot of pass accuracy on their build so far, and especially at the center position. I believe I did see 199 pass accuracy center build. Big shout out to DevCon. That's his Nikola Jokic build. That looks like it's super, super fun. But again, you could put 4 cap breakers on this to 99 to get those legend dimer, versatile visionary, and break starter and bailout. And with my first 5 cap breakers, I do plan on doing that. Having this 95 pass accuracy and having that Hall of Fame break starter with a 92 defensive rebound at 7'3" with an 8-foot wingspan, you'll be able to clean up the glass, chuck that ball down the court, get easy fast break outlet buckets and assists, and in turn, that is going to help you get your takeover even faster and your teammate grade at an A or an A+, which is also going to help you out for grinding rep. So again, it really pays to have a high pass accuracy big man. As we can see in real life, Nikola Jokic with the Denver Nuggets, he is invaluable to that team, the way the offense can flow through them. And again, you take this build to the rec, people are going to be missing, especially at this time in the year when everybody's still figuring out their jump shots and builds. Snag those boards, chuck that ball down the court, you can blow the game wide open and get some nice easy assists, and in turn also this will help you get many triple doubles. You still have great rebounding, you have a ton of scoring options, and you'll be able to throw dots, especially with that gold versatile visionary. I'm really looking forward to trying out this build. It is very expensive to get gold versatile visionary, and a lot of people have been putting steel on their builds as well too, so to have that high pass accuracy is definitely going to be very helpful and key off the start. A 45 ball handle, that just goes in turn with the 95 pass accuracy. This really gets us nothing in the build. That doesn't unlock any dribble packages or anything like that. And for my speed with ball, I did end up maxing this out to a 44, but all you could really go to was a 40, but we had extra points left over. I figured I might as well make it as fast as I can with the ball so we can still grab a rebound and push the pace and get down the court a little bit faster, or if we need to dribble and get a little bit more momentum for our driving layups or driving dunks, this will help out as well too. But again, it's only a 40 speed with ball that you need for the Demantis Sabonis dribble package, but I don't know if that's even going to be something worth necessary, but it does help to have speed with ball on your build so you can still get up the court a little bit faster if it does get past you. For our tier defense, we go up to a 76, so this will get us silver off ball pest, which is sick. Last year you could only get bronze on a 7'3", so to have this option at silver is going to be amazing. And we will be increasing our block to an 84, so we will get silver paint patroller, and all we can get is bronze post lockdown because of our 72 strength that we are going to get. But there is a little bit of method to the madness because the takeover that we're going to pick is going to increase our interior defense, block, and defensive rebound, so that way we can still get an 83 interior defense, a 91 block, and a 99 defensive rebound in takeover. But again, that pass accuracy, grabbing those boards, getting those easy assists are going to help you go up those takeover levels and stay there, and in turn that's going to keep your interior defense higher, and that's going to keep your block higher as well. And perimeter defense, you guys know on my center builds, I love to max out perimeter defense, especially if you're going to be playing random rec in man-to-man. If you get hit with a pick and you get switched on to a guard, you can at least have a chance to stay in front of him. And of course, this also does in turn help you contest shots on the 3-point line. So if you jump at them, have a good jump. Hopefully you can get a good contest, but I love to have perimeter defense over steal. Not having steal does keep you a little bit more disciplined, but what I found even last year, having bronze interceptor, it didn't make a ton of difference, and you can still play hands up with that 8-foot wingspan, and they might throw the ball into you and still get some steals, or you might even be able to get some bump steals with this as well. So personally, I don't value the steal rating that much because you can only get it up to about a 60 and bronze interceptor. So I tend to go over perimeter defense, and also with the perimeter defense and agility with the lateral quickness, it's going to help you slide over and rotate faster and get you some more blocks. And for our block, like I was talking about, we are going to go to an 84, so we do get that silver paint patroller. In the very first version of this build that I made, I did go with a 93 block and gold paint patroller, but again, once we increase the defensive rebound, I'll show you guys the takeover that I'm going to put on this build, which, like I was talking about, will help us become a very good rim protector at 7'3". So here we can increase the defensive rebound. We can go up to a 92 on this, and again, once I get the cap breakers, I would love to increase this to a 96 so we can get Hall of Fame rebound chaser. But again, 7'3" with an 8-foot wingspan and a 92 defensive rebound, and the takeover that we're going to put to get us to a 99 defensive rebound, this should be enough. But again, getting those cap breakers can push this to the next level. So if I had all 15 right now, I would go +4 to my close shot for 96, I would go +4 to pass accuracy for 99, and I'll also go +4 to my defensive rebound for Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And so this is the takeover that I am going to be running on this build, and the one that I would recommend. The Commander is what it's called, and as you see there, at level 5, we get our interior defense boosted +7 to an 83, our block is a +7 to a 91, and our defensive rebound +7 to a 99. So again, we have a minimum weight 7'3" build, so the more interior defense that we can get to help counteract against some post moves, to go with our bronze post lockdown is going to help out greatly. And of course, that max wingspan, we get that 91 block, and then we can grab the rebounds with a 99 rebound. And the way this build is set up, you should be able to get through those level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s extremely quickly by playing good defense, grabbing those boards, chucking that ball down the court, getting easy fast break outlet assists. And especially once you get takeover accelerator on this build, you'll be living in the top levels, and you'll always have that 80+ interior, almost a 90 block, and of course a very high defensive rebound. So like I was saying, a little bit of method to the madness with this build. The way that it's set up, you should be able to get easy triple doubles and excellent teammate grades consistently. So then of course we can increase our speed to a 60. We wanted that all the way up, and that will get us bronze high flying denier. We just have to increase our vertical to a 74, and we will get that. And our agility, we are maxing this out. This is something that I think a lot of people are going to sleep on their center builds. It's very important. This helps you move laterally. So like I was talking about, especially if you're in like a 2-3 zone and you got to bounce between in the paint and outside of the paint, this will help you get in and out of the paint quicker. This is going to help you slide faster, get rotations quicker. Agility is something not to be slept on. You want to be agile as a big man defender. You want to be roaming the paint, and if you are late, this will help you out as well. So again, I would recommend to put agility on. Again, we don't know how the game plays exactly quite yet, but this is something that I am going to be including in pretty much all of my builds. And for our strength, we are going to go up to a 72. You can get a 73, but there's no point. You might as well go to a 72. That is the cutoff for bronze brick wall. And so we do get max +1 badges for tier 1 and tier 2. So for tier 1, like I was showing you guys, I am going to go on set shot specialist, and for tier 2, I am going to go with my immovable enforcer, and we are going to level that up to silver. That is going to help us with that 72 strength. So again, more method to the madness. Once again, having that takeover is going to help us get that interior defense and block and rebounding up, and we can also get silver immovable enforcer, so we can get a little bit more bumpy with it. So again, I'm really looking forward to trying this build out. I can't wait to get this build to 99. It is going to be an absolute monster. And last but not least, our vertical, we are going to max out to a 75. You could go down to a 74 and a 44 speed with ball, but we did have extra attribute points, so that is what I ended up going with. But that vertical, it definitely helps for rebounds and blocks, so I definitely wanted to max that out. But we only need a 70 vertical this year to go with a 90 standing dunk for elite big man stand contact dunks. But again, if you want silver high flying denier, you got to go to that 74. And of course, the most defense that we can get. And of course, being a big man build, that silver high flying denier is something that we should definitely try and get. But again, having that 75 vertical, that's going to help you out more with your blocking and your rebounding, and especially at 7'3" with an 8-foot wingspan. But all this together, this build should be a triple double machine. And again, I would recommend this build for 5s in the rec, and we'll see how it does in the proving grounds. I can't wait to take this build to the proving grounds and see how it does. So there we have it, my very first NBA 2K25 center build. And once again, I have to thank 2K so much for providing a code to allow me early access to create this absolute monster of a build for you guys to enjoy on day one. I will definitely be out there grinding this build, getting it to 99 as soon as I can, and then we're going to get that rebirth and start making some more builds as well. But I am super hyped to try out the passing on this. I know a lot of people didn't put that high pass accuracy, especially a 95 on their builds. So especially in the closed creator tip-off, I'm going to be throwing dots out there compared to everybody else. But again, I can't state enough, thank you so much to NBA 2K for providing me a code for early access to cook up this center build and start going crazy a day early. So now that we created the build, I'm going to run through all the badges for you guys. So we do get gold hook specialist, gold paint prodigy, and Hall of Fame float game. Now I'm not 100% sure if fast twitch was incorporated in this. I'm thinking it probably was, so that would speed up our elite big man standing contact dunk. So that's kind of why I wanted to target that 92 as well. But again, that 80 driving layup, we get silver physical finisher. That's going to be extremely nice. Gold aerial wizard, Hall of Fame float game, the 80 driving dunk, gold aerial wizard, bronze posterizer. I can't wait to get some putbacks with this build. It should be really fun. That 90 standing dunk, gold rise up, gold aerial wizard. But once again, once I get 15 cap breakers, if I get 15 cap breakers, or if I at least get the plus 10, I do want to put 4 of the cap breakers onto this so we can get Hall of Fame paint prodigy. I think it'd be absolutely nasty. And our 80 post control, that does get us that gold hook specialist, silver post fade phenom, bronze post powerhouse, silver post up poet, and bronze unpluckable. Our 78 midi, we get that bronze deadeye, and at 7'3", that should be really nice. Silver post fade phenom, which is going to be a nice addition to this build as well, and silver set shot specialist. And once again, I am going to use my max +1 badge on this to get gold set shot specialist to help us out in shooting a little bit better on that 73 3 ball. And as you'll see in the shooting round footage that I have, we're already greening with that silver set shot specialist and a 73 3 ball. So putting that gold on should make us lights out. 80 free throw, it doesn't get you any badges. That 95 pass accuracy, gold bailout, Hall of Fame break starter, gold versatile visionary, and Hall of Fame dimer. And for your max +1 badges for the tier 2, I would recommend either putting it on dimer or movable enforcer, but I'm definitely going to go with a movable enforcer to start off with because we have that lower strength. 45 ball handle, that only gets us bronze unpluckable. The 44 speed with ball, all you need is 40 to get that Arvydas Sabonis dribble package, but we don't even know if that's good yet or not. 76 interior defense, that gets us that silver paint patroller, bronze post lockdown, and silver off ball pest. 63 perimeter defense, we get that bronze immovable enforcer, and once again, this is a tier 2 badge. Use your max +1 badge on this to get silver immovable enforcer. It'll help you out with that lower strength at 72. And of course, silver off ball pest, like we already talked about. 33 steel will not get you anything. 84 block gets us silver paint patroller, silver pogo stick. It would have been really nice to get gold pogo stick, but unfortunately, you can only get a 75 vertical on a 7'3" once again. Silver high flying denier as well. You could look at that to put on with your max +1 as well, but again, that would be my third option. First option being a movable enforcer, second option being on the Hall of Fame dimer to turn it into a legend badge, and then high flying denier. 67 offensive rebound doesn't really get us anything because the 92 defensive rebound gets us gold rebound chaser, silver pogo stick, and silver box out beast. And the 60 speed, that gets us silver high flying denier. That 48 agility, unfortunately, it does not get us any badges, but again, that's going to be very important to move laterally. That'll help you out with rotations and sliding over quicker and getting in front of a driver. 72 strength, we just seen silver box out beast, bronze brick wall, silver physical finisher, bronze post lockdown, bronze post tower powerhouse, and bronze post immovable and bronze immovable enforcer. But again, put your max +1 badge onto here to get silver. And last but not least, our 75 vertical gets us silver pogo stick, gold rise up, gold aerial wizard, silver high flying denier, and bronze posterizer. So there we have it. We've ran through the full build once again, running all through the badges that we get, what I recommend to put your cap breakers on if you get them, and the max +1 badges for this build. And once again, big shout out to NBA 2K for providing me a code for early access with creator early tip off and being able to cook up this this center build to get it out for you guys to enjoy tomorrow. So we can go ahead and click continue, and we get the shades of Joel Embiid, Derek Lively II, and Victor Wembanyama. So like I said, a Victor Wembanyama type build for sure, but I would consider this to be a young Arvydas Sabonis pre-injury because of the high passing. But this build should be an absolute triple-double threat, and it does come out to an inside the arc maestro just like it did last year. I was hoping we would get a new cool name for a build like this year, but unfortunately it's still an inside the arc maestro, which I 100% get. But I can't wait to see what other builds we can cook up and some new unique names and what the archetype could change to once we put our cap breakers on this. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we get a cool new unique build name once we put our cap breakers onto this build. But next up, I'll get into the animations that I chose and the jump shot. I still have to try everything out, but I'll show you guys what I'm going to start off with. First things first though, I will show you guys how I upgraded this build. So of course we can only start off with an 85 overall max, so it makes the build a little bit interesting, but once you get this thing to a 99, it should be an absolute beast. And again, go talk to Ronnie, get your build to 99, and then make your next build. There's no point in making a build until you get your first one to 99. So I didn't end up increasing any of my close shot, driving layup, or driving dunk, but I wanted that 90 standing dunk for elite big man contact dunks off of rip, and of course I wanted to max out my shooting. And because of my play style, I do like to play as a stretch and space the floor more than I like to get into the paint. So of course I wanted my max shooting to get the max badges that I could get, and of course the best jumper possible that I could also use. So 78 mid-range, 73 3 ball, unfortunately no free throw, but I wanted to go with that 95 pass accuracy off rip so we can try out that gold versatile visionary, all the other playmaking badges, and of course bring this thing into the rec ASAP or proving grounds, get those boards, chuck that ball down the court, and get easy assists and start grinding this build to 99. I didn't end up increasing my ball handle. You do not unlock any animations or badges through this, so I left it, but I did max out my speed with ball so we can at least get down the court a little bit faster if we need to push the pace, whatever it might be. And we do unlock the Demantis Sabonis package at 4. For interior defense, I went up to a 60 and a 74 block. This way we can get bronze paint patroller so we can at least play some good paint defense off of rip as well until we get our overall increased. I am nervous about not having any perimeter defense to start, but how else would you make this build, to be honest? Like, everything else we really need, and I really wanted to be able to protect the paint with at least bronze paint patroller. So unfortunately we did not get any perimeter defense, but this might end up being the very next thing that I increase. And of course a 92 defensive rebound so we can snag those boards, get gold rebound chaser off rip to match that 95 pass accuracy so we can rip those balls down the court, get easy fast break outlet assists. And of course you're the center, so you want to be securing the boards and taking away second chance opportunities from the other team. And of course maxed out our physicals, a 60 speed. Absolutely, you want to be able to get up and down the court. I maxed out my agility so we can move laterally really good, so we'll see what it's like having agility and no perimeter defense. I'm very curious to see how that's going to play out. 72 strength, absolutely, we definitely want that strength off rip, and of course that 75 vertical to help us with the rebounds and blocks, and so we can get that elite big man contact dunk package. And if you were to increase this the exact way, it would cost you 189,000 VC. And finally, for the animations, we will get into the jump shot after. Free throw, I just chose the Marcus Cousins. I have no idea what to throw on. I just thought it looked alright, so I put that on. Layup style for now is only default big, but we can get Giannis Antetokounmpo layup package, which I definitely want to put on this build, especially with that 8-foot wingspan. Dunk style we'll get into after as well. My go-to shot, you can only choose between Giannis Antetokounmpo and Paolo Banchero for some reason, so I don't know how much I'm going to even use these. They look kind of slow, so again, I don't know how much I'm going to use these, but I decided to put on Giannis. Dribble pull-up is normal, spin jumper's normal, hop jumper's normal. I just think they all look decently fast and kind of smooth, so that's what I put on. Again, I have no idea if these are going to be meta or the best, whatever you want to call it. I went with Anthony Davis post fade. I actually really like his animations. It looks like he creates a lot of separation and it looks really smooth as well, so I'm going to try that out. I haven't shot any shots with this yet, but again, it looks like it creates a lot of space and looks fairly easy to time, so we're gonna rock with that for now. Post hook is pro. I thought this looks fairly greenable as well. Joel Embiid was not available, so I'm assuming that is going to be a starter 4 animation, so you'll have to get to starter 4 to unlock that, and then you can start cheesing that Joel Embiid post hook once again. And again, for post hop shot, I went Anthony Davis. I find that he creates a lot of space once again, and it looks fairly smooth. That might be a little bit slow, but again, we'll have to play around and see, but I really like that animation that he just did right there. And of course, a nice little step back as well. So we're gonna try this out. Again, I have no idea if this is is going to be good or not. I haven't even really got to play yet, but I made this build, got the animations on, and I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. And motion style, I went with Giannis Antetokounmpo. I have no idea about motion styles either, to be honest. You can put on whatever you want. I have no idea what's going to be the best. I didn't even know about motion styles really last year either. I just kind of put them on. So if you guys have any motion styles to recommend, go ahead and drop them down below. And for our pass style, we are going with Luka Doncic. The reason for this, you need a 94 pass accuracy for Luka Doncic pass style. And that is the highest rating that you need to unlock a pass style. So I'm assuming that is gate kept behind a 94 for a reason. So we are going to try out Luka Doncic. But again, the passing looks nice, fast, crisp, and clean. I'm really curious to see how the full court outlet passes are going to be with this. I might switch to Sabonis again like I did last year, but still, there must be a reason that this is a 94 pass accuracy, so we're going to try it out. Dribble style, Domantas Sabonis. This is what I was talking about, that you need the 40 speed with ball to unlock. And then you can't change anything about the dribbling. It's all basics. That's all we can get on this build. And then the triple threat style is pro. And for our jumper this year, we went back to the well. This is the exact same jumper that I was using on my 7'3" last year. Jonathan Isaac base, Marc Gasol release 1, Tim Duncan release 2. And as you can see here, the blending, I put the visual cue to push. I really like push. As soon as it reaches the top of his head, that's basically when you release. I went to half speed and I did 68% Marc Gasol and 32% Tim Duncan. And as you guys see in here, you can see me shooting around and it is very greenable. And Jonathan Isaac is really nice again this year. And it's also faster. It is way faster than what it was last year to me. I couldn't believe it shooting around. I'm like, holy crap, I gotta turn this jump shot down a bit. So that half speed is really nice. And as you see, it's an A+ release speed, A- release height, C defensive immunity, and a C- timing stability. But it is definitely very greenable at a 73. And this base is definitely fast. Like if you go 100% speed on this, you shoot very fast. This is a very fast jump shot. So be aware, this is going to take me a little bit to get used to as well, so I'm sure it'll take you guys a little bit to pick it up as well if you were using Jonathan Isaac all of last year. But this is what I'm going to rock with for now. If something else comes out, the Lamar Odom base looks pretty interesting. I might give that a shot at some point, but still, this Jonathan Isaac, I think it might be the wave again this year. But again, we got to get into the rec games, proving grounds, and see how it plays. And last but not least, our dunk styles. I'm not really sure if there's much of a point in doing this dunk style creator right now because we haven't got to increase our build to its full potential of an ED driving dunk. But for now, we got our rim grazers, our hangs, our basics, our quick drops. Again, once we get athletics, I'll put those on. You can put the double clutches on. I love tomahawk dunks. I definitely want to throw those on. Same thing with the 1 foot moving dunks, rim grazers, hangs, double clutches, basics, tomahawks, athletics. So pretty much the same types of dunks that I was putting on last year, I'm going to put on this year. Standing dunks, that you can absolutely throw on every single one of them. The regulars, the rim pulls, the athletics, the pro standing bigs, and the elite standing bigs. Of course, you absolutely need to put on those elite standing bigs with this build off rip. And signature dunks, once we're able to get them, we will put on Giannis, Draymond Green, Karl Malone. We can at least put on Shaquille O'Neal right now, Domantas Sabonis, Ben Simmons, Karl Anthony Towns, Dwight Howard, and Daryl Dawkins. I can't wait to use Daryl Dawkins once again. A little bit of a different requirements. It used to be 75 standing and 75 driving. This year, you only need a 73 driving dunk, but the one arm swing animations, I hope those are back, just as you've seen pop up on the screen right there. At 7'3" with an 8-foot wingspan, those dunks get super glitchy. And last but not least, our alley-oops. Once you're able to get those, definitely put them on. Put on the pros and the big contacts, and that is going to round out our dunk packages for the 7'3" big man. So there we have it, our very first NBA 2K25 center build, a 7'3" young Arvydas Sabonis pre-injuries / Victor Wembanyama type of build. And once again, thank you so much to NBA 2K for the opportunity to play 2K one day early in the creator tip-off and for supplying me a code to be able to get onto the game and create this nasty center build for you guys. But I can't wait to actually get some gameplay on this. Definitely stay tuned for gameplay in the rec and proving grounds. I can't wait to see how this plays, but I have no doubt in my mind that this build will be a triple-double machine. It'll help you skyrocket up the rep rankings, get easy teammate grades, and be a great do-it-all center. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for rocking with me. Hope you guys enjoy the game. I can't wait to get into the gameplay now that we made our first build. And again, thank you so much to everybody at 2K, Evan, Zaro, Stacks, Ronnie, everybody. I appreciate this opportunity. Super grateful for it. It's going to be a great year. I am super excited. And if you guys like this video, make sure you drop a like. And if you haven't hit that sub button yet, make sure you hit it now because we're going to be dropping center builds all year. Appreciate all the love once again, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.